In this video, we're going to look at a tune that's not commonly played anymore, but helped define and create an entire genre of music. I'm Ron Drotos from KeyboardImprov.com, and welcome to my Journey Through the Real Book, number 111. And this tune is by the jazz pianist Stanley Cowell, and it's called Equipoise. And equipoise, which I know because I looked up the definition, means a balance of forces or interests. And the tune is like that. It really has like a lot of repetition, then it happens again. And at the same time, parts that are less predictable. Again, that fourth line down. It also has a balance between jazziness and not too jazzy. Chords that almost sound pop-oriented and the chromatic. You can probably find other balances, maybe even between rock and jazz. And I was really surprised when I saw the date at the bottom of this, 1968, because I've always thought of this as like a 70s kind of tune, you know, sort of what they used to call jazz fusion. And 68 is really early for that. It's around the time, maybe even before Miles Davis recorded Fide Kilimanjaro, which was a straight eighths notes album, which led into jazz fusion, jazz rock. It's labeled Latin. It's got straight eighth notes. I'm not really sure how really Latin-y it is. To me, it's sort of like this what we would call now, well, not really smooth jazz, but maybe it led into that genre of smooth jazz. And that's really what I'm getting at. You know, if you're, you know, recording a smooth jazz tune, you might start like this, like a... That's what he did here. On the other hand, he's a little more adventurous than a lot of smooth jazz is. So, you know, I don't know. I was shocked when I saw how early this was on the spectrum of jazz, rock, fusion, smooth jazz, contemporary, instrumental, R&B. And it even has elements that to me almost feel like contemporary pop music in the best possible way. So I'm just going to get into this. One thing I like doing is I like taking this intro, these chords, the F sharp minor 7 flat 5 to G major 7, and making them into a vamp. It's also at the end, and just kind of extending that, sort of at will, whenever I get there. Okay, am I going to play it for the 4 measures as written, or 8 measures, or just not even count? And I like finding a common scale that works over these, you know, because F sharp to G, you're thinking, okay, those are maybe not in the same key necessarily, but I find that if I use an A pentatonic scale, also you could think of it as an F sharp minor pentatonic, that works really well. Again, it's that balance of forces. You have a chromatic harmony, but you have one common scale, right? So here we go. Equipoise, Stanley Cowell. play, and it does have that sort of a balance, or at least, you know, it sort of has a moment where it's right down the center, where you're playing inside the tune, and then you can take it to the jazzy world, you know, with these, you know, flourishes or jazzy kind of scales. Or you can get into more of that pop. Almost like kind of alternative rock, you know, where you have something that you repeat over. The chords change, but you have these harmonies that you keep going at the same time that are more consistent. You hear that even in the non-jazz world, like U2 would do things like that. So have fun with this. You know, we're working our way through the real book, finding tunes that perhaps you haven't played before. Check it out. It's a tune that definitely grows on you. The more you get into this, the more you find in it. Thanks for being here. And next week we have another real classic from a little earlier than that. I think at 65, ESP by Wayne Shorter, which was really right when he got into the Miles Davis group. They recorded this, and Miles loved Wayne's compositions, and it made the whole the group's whole concept expand. So good luck with your playing, and I'll see you in that video.